headstand pose is known in Sanskrit as Salamba Sirsasana. So this is essentially a supported headstand. So I'll take you through how I learned to do headstand, and please feel free to stop at where you think your edge of your ability is and then just work slowly in time from there. We're going to begin with understanding the foundations of the pose and then work our legs up into the full inversion. Okay, so first of all, let's find the crown of our head, because we place the crown of our head on the floor in this posture. So place your palm rest them on your eyebrows. And as you put your hand on your eyebrows, then place your fingers over your head and then see where the index finger meets the crown of the head, and that's where you want to place the top of the head onto the floor. And that's the resting point for the head. After that, you want to make sure that your arms are the right width apart. So place your fingers towards your elbows, and this really essentially is the width of your arms. You want your elbows to be in line with your shoulders, your hands in the same width of your arms, and then place your hands out. You're going to be interlacing the fingers, and then place the little fingers on the floor. And I'll walk you through this in a minute. I want to talk you through it first. So let's do that together first of all. So let's see how it feels when we place the crown of the head on the floor. So just place your hands onto the floor and then place the crown of the head on the floor, just so you can get that sensation in the crown of the head. So you're not too far back where you're beginning to overstretch the neck and go into a more of a roly-poly or a forward roll, and you're not too far forward so you're on your forehead and you'll be really crushing the neck. So find the crown of the head and then just bring yourself back up again to seated. Great. And now I want to work on the width of the arms. So if you place your arms down onto the floor, elbows onto the floor, onto the mat, and then if you want to, you can either grab your elbows, or you can just gently touch your fingertips towards the elbows. Keep the elbows still and then open the arms. The arms really should be in line with the shoulders. Now you're opening the hands, you want to interlace the fingers. And what's really important is when your fingers are interlaced, try and place two little fingers, both little fingers on the floor. I remember my teacher, when I was learning this, used to say to me, place the fingers on the floor and make a bed with the hands for the head. So essentially you're cradling the head with the hands. So that's the support, so supported headstand. So both little fingers are on the floor, you're pushing into your forearms, and then just place the crown of the head. Bring yourself back a little bit, and then place the crown of the head on the floor. And then your elbows again are going to stay shoulder width apart. Then from here, just bring yourself up onto your tiptoes. And if you find yourself quite far back, at the moment I'm quite far back, you might then come further onto your forehead. So walk your feet as much as you can forward. You might need to bend the knees if you haven't got the flexibility in your hamstrings just yet. But the most essential part here is really to push into the forearms and push into the elbows. The more you push into the elbows, the more lift that you'll find and the more support you'll find in this inversion. So I'm going to demonstrate first of all one leg, single leg, and then go straight into both knees together and then slowly extend the legs from there. So feel your way through as you're watching this video or if you're actually taking part. First of all, walk forward and bring one knee in towards the chest, and you'll begin to find a balancing point. The more you push your body so it's in alignment with the shoulders, in alignment with the elbows, your hips are coming over the body to find your centre of gravity. Bring one knee in, push into the elbows, and then lift the opposite leg off the floor, just slightly, and place the leg down. Do the same thing on the opposite side. So walk the foot in, squeeze the knee in towards the chest, and release. Maybe do it one more time each side. Squeezing in, and release. Now maybe try and take both knees, I'm going to come up a minute. I'm going to try and come up and bring both knees in towards the chest before we extend the legs. So So let me walk you through the steps again. So you're placing your elbows on the floor, you're measuring the distance, you're opening your arms, you're interlacing the fingers and then placing the crown of the head onto the floor. Okay, from here, coming onto your tiptoes and you're walking your feet forward. Place one leg in, push into the elbows, bring both legs up together. And if you're here and it feels comfortable, start to open the knees away from the body. So bring the knees up away from the body. And then if you're here and you feel that you've got your balance, you can continue to extend one leg and then the other into the full headstand. If it's your first time, you might want to use the wall as support behind you until you get your confidence, or you can have somebody spot you behind. And then again, take your both legs down, in towards the body, and then gently relax. So that there is your one version of doing headstand, and you can stop wherever you feel comfortable. So if you're beginning, you might just start, always measure out your arms, and then you might just want to stay in this position here until you can find that little balance or do little hops. You might want to stay there. Or you can go to the next level where you're bringing both knees in towards the body. So show you that one again. And then I'll show you one more where both legs go up at the same time. Okay. So walking the knees back, interlacing the fingers, dropping the forehead down onto the floor. This time, one knee and then the other into the body. Knees come up away from the body and extend the legs. Otherwise, you're going to stay in here until you feel comfortable that you can find your balancing point. Maybe lifting one knee in at a time. Or the final one, which I'll go through now, is both legs at the same time. And it looks more complicated, but I think as soon as you find a balance and you start to align the body from the elbows, pushing into the elbows, the lifting of the legs actually just becomes part of the whole lift. It all comes together at the same time. Let me try and demo that for you. So, arm width apart, open the arms, interlace the fingers, crown of the head comes down onto the floor. From here I'm going to walk my feet in as much as I can, and then I can lift. But that whole lift really came from walking my feet. So my body is all stacked in alignment. Squeeze the thighs together, squeeze the glutes, and then slowly bring it down. And there you have it. That is your headstand. I hope you have fun playing around with headstand. Again, if you have any problems in the neck, please maybe see your doctor before you do any inversions, or your physio, whoever you're under. Otherwise, just feel in the body. You know, if it feels like sharp pain, don't go into it. You know, move out of it. But really, it's all the weight, all the pressure is in the arms. So it's less on your head, and over time, the more you push the weight into your arms, it takes it out of your head and out of your neck. But I hope you enjoyed that video, enjoy practicing, and again, if you have any questions or would like any more tutorials, please let me know. Have a lovely rest of the day. Namaste.